and head down there. Of course, if you headed here first, this is where you're going to get fire shot at you. Because those crystals will be floating on top of them pedestals, they always shoot some sort of spell at you. This lightning is usually high damage as well. They're quite annoying traps. Low level, they can kill you pretty easily. Anyway, lots of urns here, lots of loot. I'm going to grab all of that. I don't bother though. Another Death Lord in here along with a Scourge. Scourge not too hard to take care of. Still blind, still doesn't see me. Very easily abused sneak skill here. And he hasn't got a clue where I am. I knows a little bit more, so decided to stop, so, you know, you can never go wrong with this radar. Still, wait, I think he knows where I am now. Still can't do anything about it though. Really easy to take down. These guys are kind of predictable, so they are pretty easy to take down as well. Even if you are a melee guy or a magic orientated character, they are quite easy to take down. They're just so predictable. I was hoping he'd step on the trap, but no, he just avoids it. But too late, he's dead anyway. I thought I'd try and step into the trap and actually kill him that way, but apparently I can't do that. I forgot I can't step on pressure plates. Useful, but doesn't actually let you have much fun. Oh well. He's dead. And more ebony stuff to loot if you need the money. And don't step on that yourself, they do a lot of damage. If you haven't had any health upgrades, if you're a mage like that, then they probably will kill you. And this guy I thought would probably die from an arrow through the jaw. Apparently not. Oh, and he just missed. Oh well. This is an end to an otherwise elegant little streak of Droga deaths. So I thought I'd just give him a little taste of his medicine. And he now glitches through a table and a candlestick before going to slice my head off again. Real polite, these guys. There's the hand on the door to get through the next gate, and we are off. No doubt more scourges in here to take care of. I didn't even see this guy stood right there. Oh well, he didn't see me either. And he has a friend who just woke up. Simple and easy to take care of, not much of a challenge here. As long as they don't surround you, they do have a habit of doing that if you are a melee guy. One moves spells from afar, the other one will get in your face, and they can be quite tricky to take care of if you're under leveled or you have less than good equipment. Anyhow, other than that, not too much in this room. A lot of filled coffins, but none of them seem to open. I'm not sure my sneak skill could be preventing that, but from what I could tell, none of them open except that first Scourge one up there. Anyhow, that's this room done. Don't forget to grab all the loot in there. And some spiders. Lovely spiders. Anyhow, here's a little bit of a puzzle. Not too much of a puzzle though. If you have ever seen these things before, you know they shoot fire at you or some kind of horrible thing. So you want to get behind this thing and back away towards the puzzle door. Those things keep shooting fire for quite a while, and even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, it is annoying. So make sure you just back away slowly towards the puzzle door, get behind it, and it's pretty easy to avoid. Anyhow, pull out the claw. I do believe it is the Iron Claw, and the code is Dragon, Bird, and I believe that's a wolf, as you can see it there. That or a rat, probably a skeever. Twist them all twice, and that is the code. Shove the claw in, and we'll be on our way. Add that claw to your collection. One puzzle lower down. And another opaque vessel. This is quite a tricky room. There are a couple of Droga Death Lords at my level, but 40, they a lot on our level, as I've said before. So if you're low level than that, somewhere in the mid-20s, these are Scourges, and if you're high level than this, somewhere in the 50s, they will probably Death Overlords or Scourge Overlords, you know, any of the above. They are all levelled. The Scourge is also level, but I do believe there is also a Restless, just a regular Drawer in there as well. I know there is 4, although one of them seems to be a lot weaker than all the others. I think he's already dead, I'm not sure. But for me, there was 2 Death Lords and the Scourge, it could be completely different. 2 of them will be always the same though, it could be 2 Restless Draugr, 2 regular Draugr, yeah, any of the above. And they are quite tricky to deal with. Especially in large numbers. Thankfully, a little impact perk on the archery skill tree does help, because it means it staggers them every time an arrow hits, or at least has a 50% chance of staggering. It's not always, but it is quite a high percentage. As you can see, it must have been at least 10 times in a row there. Maybe a little bit less, but very useful nonetheless. As you can see, every time you try to shout, it just gets staggered. Definitely helpful. Gives you enough time to shoot another arrow. Not too tricky. Might want to put a little bit more strategy and thought into it. Maybe lay a few runes down behind the doorway to this room if you're a mage, and perhaps pop a few strength potions if you're a melee character. Not easy to take care of that many Death Lords. Anyhow, here's the word wall in this dungeon. It's another word for the Aura Whisper Shout, which is useful if you're any kind of guy who wants to know where people are. I've noticed for sneaking it doesn't seem to be that effective, because it does make quite a bit of noise and alerts people to your presence, which is kind of annoying, but that seems to be useful to find out where people are. Anyhow, back into Valthume, and we're going to go face Hevnoraak. And if you remember this door, this is the one I said that we would be coming back to, and this is where we're coming out, back on his way to fight Hevnoraak. And right through here, that's where your secret treasure was. And the trap. Back up, and you want to head straight this way, opposite the door you just came out of, and through here, up into the throne room, and you'll find Valdar has decided to join them here.
I was worried that I had sent you to your death. In life, Hevnoraak drained his own blood from his body. His goal was to transfer his power back into himself after death, becoming a powerful lich. The vessels contain that very blood. Empty them, and you remove any chance he has of regaining his former powers. More dangerous than you know. Left alone, however, he will awaken when he has grown too powerful to be stopped. This is the only way to be sure. Very well. Empty the vessels into the sconce near the throne. Then sit in the throne. When you have done so, I will unbind Hevnoraak. He will awaken in a weakened state, but the lich is still to be reckoned with. Be ready.
So, it's either just me or that guy seems to talk incredibly slowly. Anyhow, you need to stick the blood in this little pool, and to me that seems like a much better blood animation than just the splat you get when doing that werewolf thing with Ayla. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter, it just seems like a good way to pour blood into a pot and just going splat. Oh well, sit in the sit in the throne for some cool shadows, and get straight back up immediately. You're going to want to prepare for this fight. It is quite a tricky fight, just like all the other Vein Priests. Thankfully, it can be abused by the sneak skill, as you'll watch me do right here. However, if you are not using the sneak skill to your advantage, for a mage, you definitely want to be using some kind of ward. His spells are nasty, and his staff, I do believe, casts the lightning wall spell, which basically does 50 points of damage to anyone who stands in it for a second, which is irritating because it continues to damage you for every second you're in there. Very powerful spell, very powerful staff. Plus, he won't use it if you are resistant to lightning. He will resort to other spells like Ice Shard and things like that, depending on your level. For a melee guy, I recommend definitely some elemental resistance potions and some armour that does resist the elements. Anyhow, that's him dead for me. Pretty easy with sneak attack arrows. Doesn't really know where the heck you are if you are sneaking. You can be abused to that end, just like a lot of the other dragon priests. So that's his mask and his staff. If you need any other tips on how to kill him, messages, and we will be able to get back to you on how you can kill him a little bit more easily if you give us specifics on how you're trying to kill him. Anyway, there's his mask. Gives you immunity to disease and poison. Not the most useful out of them all, but it always it does help with all the others to get the last final Hevnoraak master mask. Master mask. There. Words, no work. Words work. Thank you. Anyhow. There's his staff. This is the staff I was talking about. It does cast a lightning wall spell. Very effective at getting the enemies if you're in a tight spot. It needs to be cast on the floor though. You can't cast it directly on people very effectively. You need to cast it on surfaces first. So, very dangerous staff and nice mask to add to the collection. And that's Valthume and Hevnoraak dead. And just talk to Valdir to complete the quest you started earlier. Nice and dead. And don't forget, if you're a mage, you might want to place down runes. They always help. For now, this is going to be it for this quest. Just talk to him, complete the quest, and you can be out of this dungeon.
Thank you.
Don't forget to get all the loot you can.
Now, I may finally rest. Take Hevnoraak's iron mask. It may be of use to you, and serve as some reward for your feat here.
That's the quest completed. Valdar's gone. Hevnoraak's dust, and we can be gone. Another piece of interesting loot in here would be Valdar's helmet, as you can see just behind me, right next to his throne, there. There's Valdar, and here is his helmet, Ancient Nord helmet. There are only a few places on the entire map where you can actually get the Ancient Nord gear. One of them was the Foral Host dungeon that we've already done a video of. You can get all the pieces there, but that is a good place to get the helmet if you haven't been to Foral Host yet. There are other places to get the armour as well, and that is that's just one of them. Anyhow, comment, like, and subscribe. This has been Hevnoraak.